Well, hello there, Scorpio. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're just doing a bonus reading, seeing what message Spirit may have for you. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for some more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you. Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. Okay, there's your energy, right? And valiant courage. Take action with passion. Wow. Okay, this is, I feel like the messages this week have just really been really intense in the fact that I think, we had the summer solstice yesterday. It's kind of like this new season, new energy of stepping into something new. But I think for you, there's something that you want to kind of like rebirth in your life. It's kind of like bringing back, and some of the signs have had this, like bringing back something that is really near and dear to your heart. So it's almost kind of like, it's almost this energy of wanting a makeover. It's like taking a look at a time in your life, and this has really been coming up a lot, like taking a look at a time in your life where you really, you had a lot of joy, you had a lot of passion and excitement and that type of thing. And it's kind of like you're feeling like, okay, where did that go? This is the hangman energy, right? It's kind of like, where did that go? Like you may all of a sudden like have this epiphany. It's kind of like, yeah, my life is, I don't want to say your life is totally boring, but you're kind of like, where's all of the zest that I had for life? Almost kind of wanting to rebirth that, right? To bring that back into your life. Taking a look at, okay, what was I doing then? Like saying maybe you're lacking a sense of inspiration, motivation, or kind of even a sense of energy. And you think back to a time where you had a lot of zest for life. And almost asking yourself, okay, what were the things that I did when I had that zest? It's not about, it's about kind of like this energy of finding those healthy boundaries with ourselves, okay? Like setting up the routines. What did I do when I was really feeling like I had so much, I just was like loving life. What were some of the routines? Maybe back then you were going to the gym 3 times a week and, really kind of taking really good care of yourself. And now you think about it and you're like, yes, I only eat processed foods now and I haven't been inside the gym for 3 years. And you're kind of like, okay, yeah, that might be something I want to bring back into my schedule, is carving out time for some of those things that did help me to have, energy or just a zest for life. And it's not about, I don't feel like, yeah, you have your present power is in reverse right now. I feel like you don't have the power that you had, but it's not like a power over other people. It's just kind of like the power of putting your life on track for what it is that you really and truly want, And I think that, there's something, work through your fears. The end of a tough cycle approaches, yes. I think you've been through a little bit of a tough time, and now you're trying to get back to something, embrace this magical moment. This card has really been coming out. Friends and colleagues, true love. Yeah, looking deep within yourself and asking, okay, I really think that there is this kind of theme in all of these readings this week about looking within yourself to kind of like almost reminiscing. It's kind of interesting because she's looking in the mirror, but I think it's kind of like reminiscing, going back in time. And it's not like you really want to return to that time. There's something about that time that you want to bring into your life now. And I feel like it's something that's not tangible. It's energetically, right? It's this sense of just having a zest for life, or just the sense of joy. The sense of joy is coming out in the readings this week too. Like what used to bring you a lot of joy, you may not be able to completely recreate that, right? That sense of joy that you had in the past. You may not. Yeah, I mean, because I feel like this is not something that you had a year ago. This is like something that you had 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10, 15, 30 years ago, right? It's kind of like going back and kind of reminiscing and saying, yeah, what was it that I really, what was it that I was doing then that gave me that sense of confidence, or that sense of energy, that sense of inspiration and motivation? What got me jazzed up back then, right? And it's not like you want to go back and necessarily be in that same situation. It's the energy of that situation that you're trying to recreate, and recognizing that it's not really perhaps the situation. I feel like you're kind of like looking at the situation and you're in and thinking it's the situation that you're in that needs to be changed. I feel like this is really like a call of, what were you doing, Scorpio, back then to have the energy, the zest for life that you don't have now, you know? And I think it is something about, I really feel like it is something about the way that we're kind of caring for ourselves. So let's go to the tarot. Let's get some some more advice for you here. Yeah, we have the Empress energy. It's kind of like, I feel like, you know, this is this energy of wanting to build something, rebirth something, right? Because the Empress, you see how she's pregnant there? The Empress is all about building. There's something that you're wanting to build, but you're looking back to the past. And you're kind of like, okay, how can I build or bring back this energy, this sense of energy? You know, the Empress is all about, you know, she allows things into her life, but she's excited about life. And maybe it's just this energy of not feeling truly excited about life. And that is what you're trying to get back in. So you're kind of like looking back to the past, to a time when you had that energy, and trying to figure out, okay, what can I do to get some of that energy back? Because you're trying to either, to me, this is also the Phoenix Rising card, coming back from something that is difficult because you have the rebirth, or it's kind of like you just want to get, I think you just want to get jazzed up about life again. Yeah, prosperity lies ahead and you're ready for more. Yeah, I feel like you want more than what you have, right? But you've lost your power. You've lost your sense of inspiration, motivation. It's just kind of this, I'm not necessarily saying that life is bad. It's kind of this energy of ho-hum, you know, a little bit of that Four of Cups energy of, is this the best that life has for me? And then kind of like looking back to a time that was like kind of special because you have the Ace of Wands. I think you're really taking action, communicating on something, a fresh start. Ace of Wands is a fresh start, a rebirth. I want to get something going after a time where, yeah, you know, a difficult disappointment, a difficult ending, you know, you've just been suspended. Look at, you have the Hangman energy. You know, looking at this situation, but kind of being hung up so that you can see a different perspective of the situation that you're in. Because I think you're kind of looking at it and you could be kind of like thinking, oh, I have to make drastic changes around it, in my environment. But it's really a change within yourself. It's about going within and asking yourself, you know, maybe back then you were meditating, you were spending time in nature, right? You were going out with your friends every, you know, Thursday or Friday night, you know, you had this sense of joy in your life. And it's kind of like understanding, okay, it's not like I have to completely revamp my life here. It's about, okay, yeah, what did I enjoy? What was I doing on a daily basis or a weekly basis that helped me to have that joy in my life. Yeah, really interesting. Because I feel like we're kind of going through this time where, you know, your reading is a little bit different. Oh my goodness. Look, the Four of Cups just popped out. It is. It's that sense of ho-hum. You know, for some of you, it's a little bit of that energy where I remember going through this spell where I was kind of like reminiscing about, you know, like college years, or, you know, you kind of like reminisce about times when, you know, a life was fun, right? You may feel like you have a lot of burdens or something now, and you're kind of like, oh, I just remember when, you know, the worst thing that I had to do was go to an 8 o'clock class, you know, 8 a.m. class. I had that early morning class, you know, and it's kind of like, yeah. And then, you know, I could stay up all night, you know, partying or having fun. And it's almost like, okay, but you don't necessarily really want to go back to college. It's not about, okay, I want to go back to college. It's like, how can I get some of that energy back into my life? What can I do? How can I change my schedule? How can I change my mindset? How can I change my routines? How can I change my priorities, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of a long time. Oh, I love this. It's been a long struggle because I feel like it's almost like, you know, I don't think there's like a tower moment here or anything, Scorpio. I think over time, okay, over a long period of time, you've kind of lost your zest or your enthusiasm, right? Your life went from having fun, joy, zest for life into this kind of ho-hum type of period. And it's kind of like, okay, it's just time to start putting a little bit more. To me, the Page of Cups here is really an energy of giving yourself some love, right? It's about, okay, back then, what did I do? You know? Well, every Thursday night I took a hot bubble bath and I played my music, and you know, I had a candle or, you know, a glass of something special. It's just kind of like this energy of, yeah, how can I start allowing myself to love myself, to nurture myself, to bring myself back into this energy of, you know, you have the star energy of healing, you know, my own energy. Yeah. I mean, I have to admit, the other day I was like, you know, I felt like, okay, it is really time. I need to, you know, start taking my vitamins again. I mean, and, you know, just kind of like, okay, I have to go to bed earlier. I have to, you know, set better routines. We all get that way. You know, life gets a little hectic and whatever. And then it's about, okay, I have to get back into my routines, because our routines actually help us to refuel our energy, to feel good, right? And have more confidence in who we are and where we're going. Okay, so let's take a look at your area of resistance. Yeah, your truth. Stepping into this energy of taking time out, taking time to breathe out. The truth is that I feel like, you know, part of the truth is that you this is so hard, because it's like, this is exactly how I felt the other day. There's no one to blame but you, right? I mean, I said that to myself the other day. I was like, there is no one to blame but me, right? I'm the one that has allowed myself to be in this position. But then that's the really cool thing, because then you are the one that can allow yourself to get back to where you were, right? You know, sometimes we get caught up in, you know, going on vacation or whatever, you know, having too much fun or whatever it is. And it's kind of like, okay, yeah, all right, I need to get back into my routine. Yeah, because all in perfect timing, and then you have new supportive connections. I think that one of the things is that, you know, you could have had a big change in your life. You could have moved to a new location, a new city. You could have, you know, changed jobs. You could have entered or left a relationship, right? You could have, you know, we have the Empress energy. You could have even, started a family or something like that. And now it's kind of like understanding that there's this lull between one world and the next. You have new people coming onto your path. They'll come in divine time, but it's in the meantime, it's about loving yourself, focusing on yourself, trying to figure out, okay, what do I love about myself? How do I get my energy back up? Yeah, Queen of Cups. Look at this. This is your obstacle, right? Loving yourself, making yourself a top priority, understanding that, you've just depleted your energy. Oh my goodness. Four of Wands and the Lovers. It could be too, putting more time and energy into your relationships. If you're feeling a little bit distanced from your relationships, it's about, okay, yeah, I got really busy, I feel like that, I've been working on all these projects around my house, and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I haven't had the time, okay, or the energy to spend time with my friends. And it is, I called one of my girlfriends today, and it's kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's go to dinner tomorrow night. And I was just, part of me was like, oh, I don't have the time to do it. And yeah, at the same time, it was like, no, I'm making this a priority, because when I have those relationships in my life, I'm just happier, right? And it's about not putting so much time and energy into work. It's also about putting time and energy into loving you and doing the things in your life that bring you a lot of joy. Okay, so oh my goodness. And in your advice, you have the Queen of Cups. This is so interesting because I don't really look at the cards until I pick them up to talk about them. Yeah, so your advice is to make yourself a top priority, right? Understanding you have to fill up your cup before you can fill up the cups of others. And it is also understanding that you can't expect other people to fill your cup. Nobody's responsibility is to fill your cup. Your emotional needs, right? That is our own priority. You are not responsible for filling up other people's emotional cups, right? And no one else is responsible for filling up your cup. It's about stepping into that energy of saying, yes, a rebirth is assured. When I have the courage, right, to allow myself to, set my priorities, and then sticking with that, committing to loving yourself, to nurturing yourself, to mothering, right? The Empress is the mother figure, mothering yourself, understanding that it's time for you to mother yourself. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. Family, yes. So I think for a lot of you, for some of you, you could be, a very busy parent or, mother. You could be very busy. So your children, right, could be taking a lot of time and energy. Young children do. Or it could be that, your extended family, there could be, situations where you feel kind of scattered, like because your family is taking a lot of time and energy. It's about also saying, okay, I need some time for me. I need time to fill up my cup. You could be kind of like depleting your own energy because you're giving a lot to other people in your life, and yet at the same time, not filling up your own cup. Yeah. And then you have get your power back. Yeah, because here you have present power and it's in the reverse. You don't have your power. And part of the reason is that you just feel emotionally, I feel like you feel emotionally depleted at this time. Like you don't even have the energy. I can hear you saying, I don't have the energy to, exercise. I don't have the energy to cook a decent meal. It's about saying to yourself, okay, wait a minute. If I'm making myself a top priority, if I want to reassure myself of this rebirth, of having the energy, the zest for life that I had at one time, then I have to figure this out. I have to schedule it. I have to make it a priority in my life. Yeah, I really love this energy. I mean, 10 of Pentacles, yeah. Because I feel like, this, if it's a relationship, because you have the Lovers card here, right? And, it could be a romantic relationship, a family relationship that you feel like is just depleting you of your energy, right? It's about understanding you really do want this situation to go long term, right? It's about being truthful to yourself and also maybe truthful to the people in your life, right? I want this to work out. I'm feeling depleted, because one of the things is that sometimes when we feel really depleted, we could just be like, I just want out of this situation. But the truth of the matter is that you don't want out. You really want this relationship to work. You want this to be the happy family, happy home that you are seeking. The way to do that is to be truthful with yourself and truthful with the people that are involved in the situation about what your priorities are, what it is that how to prioritize, you stepping into the truth of prioritizing what is important to you, committing to that, and then also having conversations, with the people that are involved in this situation. Hangman again, needing to see a different perspective of the situation. Yeah. And just having conversations, with the people in your life that perhaps are somewhat depleting your energy. Yeah, judgment, you're at a crossroads. It really is about that energy of, yes, if I continue on this path, I'm not going to have the energy to continue here. Yeah, conversations. It really and truly does. I think you're moving away from, times of not feeling worthy or not having enough, right? Feeling depleted. I think you just feel depleted of energy at this time, stepping into, this new world, this new chapter, and moving very quickly. Could be dealing with a Cancer here too. Having the confidence. Yeah, 9 of Cups, the Justice, Libra energy there, the Ace of Pentacles. Stepping into what it is that you truly want for yourself and this situation, and being really truthful with yourself. I think you could just be kind of like so depleted, that you're not even sure. It's kind of like, I think the first step is really to kind of like refuel yourself, nurture yourself, mother yourself, get back into that energy, right? Of deciding, okay? Crossroads, deciding. What did I have in the past? Or what was I doing that gave me that zest for life? And then taking action on it, Page of Wands, good news. Really a lovely, look at this, planning in action. Yeah, I think it is about really kind of like stepping into that energy of getting a routine. I mean, that's the word that I can only describe it as. Getting a routine, understanding, okay, this is how I have energy in my life. And you just got off track. Things got busy. Whatever it is, things got busy. You got off track. And now it's kind of like, yeah, I want to get back on track. This is important to me. Because I feel like you don't like feeling this ho-hum energy. Scorpio, I know. I can totally relate. Okay, so let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Scorpio, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? Yeah, there you go, right? Understanding that something has depleted your energy. And, whether that is relationships or work or life in general, right? Something has depleted your energy. It's time to have the courage, right? To step back into this energy of really, loving yourself, mothering yourself. You are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling. How much sleep are you getting? And what can you do to help your body rest? Take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. The more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. Yeah. I think you're just tired. It is. It's that energy of just being tired. For some of you, I think with this Page of Swords, it is about being truthful. You could be not wanting to ask for help. There is this energy of, perhaps it's time to ask family members or friends, asking for help or talking about this or something like that. Or, it's like when I called my friend, I was like, oh, I haven't seen her in a while. So I was like wanting to see her, but it's also kind of this energy of, yeah, let's go have some fun. I want to see you. I want to catch up and, have some fun. And I think it is that energy of, okay, reaching out, if there's something that you're needing to help you to get back into this. It's about being honest with yourself, but then also, asking for the help or asking for whatever it is that you may need, because I do feel like you're just depleted. Oh, Scorpio, I'm sending you so much love and light. And yes, go take a nap. Go do something for yourself. Take a bubble bath. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I do appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.